What's going on, guys and gals? My name is Shadox, and on this episode of Boot Camp, we are getting back into the different game modes available in Battlefield 5, explaining how they work and what tactics you can use to be more effective on the battlefield. This video will be taking a look at the tug of war game mode first introduced in Battlefield 1, called Frontlines. Frontlines is where two teams of 16 players must push along a map to control a line of objectives. In order for one team to progress, they must capture one flag and then the next until they arrive at the enemy headquarters, where then they must destroy multiple MCOMs. Frontlines is unique in the fact that there are no ticket bleeds, whether it be by flag burns or by killing enemy players. So, games here can last significantly longer than on other modes, allowing players more opportunity to complete assignments or to rack up insane kill streaks. When the round starts, both teams will spawn in and begin moving to capture the first and central objective. There is only one objective active at any time, and whichever team captures the flag will push the other team back towards the next flag closer to the losing HQ. After a flag is captured, there will be a 30-second timer that appears over the next objective. This lets you know where the next objective is so that you and your team can begin moving towards it. After those 30 seconds are up, the flag will be open for capture, and this is where some tactics can come into play. Since the defenders will have a few extra seconds to get onto the objective, they will be able to begin fortifying the objective and get dug in. As an attacker, your goal should be to eliminate cover and rush the point to start burning the flag in your favor. If the defending team is able to capture the objective before you, then the teams will push back towards the central objective. But if the attackers can capture the objective as well, then the next flag closer to the defending HQ will open up. Once a team has been pushed all the way back to their HQ, 2 or 3 MCOMs will be available for attack. As the attackers, you have a small window of time to get to those objectives, arm them, and defend it until it explodes. The defenders will be trying to prevent this. If the time window runs out, then the teams will go back to fighting over the previous flag. Arming and disarming an objective is straightforward. Simply get close and hold down the interact button, and once the objective is successfully armed, you will receive a notification and a siren will begin sounding. You can tell how close the MCOM is to being destroyed by listening to the siren. As it gets closer to being destroyed, the pitch and frequency of the siren will increase. For defenders, all hope is not lost if the enemies arm one of your MCOMs. If you get close to it, then you can also hold down the interact button to disarm the bomb and prevent your MCOM from being destroyed. Once all of a team's MCOMs have been destroyed or the time runs out, the game will be over. The win will go to whichever team destroyed the most MCOMs, and in the case that no objectives were destroyed or both teams destroyed the same amount, then the game will end in a draw. Now that we have a basic understanding of the game mode, let's talk about some tactics and strategy that you can use to help your team in Frontlines. The first and most important rule is that speed wins. Whichever team can get a foothold on a flag first will typically capture it, and as such, your goal should be to get onto the capture area as quickly as possible and remain alive. Getting vantage points towards the enemy spawn will allow you to see them before they can make it to the point and you can kill them. Another important aspect to remember is that people are generally lazy. They will follow the path of least resistance, which in our case is typically a straight line from where they spawn and the capture area. Use this to your advantage. If you can flank around to the side of the objective, you will be able to catch enemies by surprise and whittle down their numbers before they can reach the objective. This can also distract the enemy and force them to engage you while your team captures the objective unopposed. Recons with a spawn beacon can fill this role quite effectively. For the final objective, try to concentrate all of your forces on a single MCOM. Surround it, kill all of the defending team, and once the objective is armed, don't leave. Stay put and defend it to make sure that it isn't disarmed. But don't get too close to the MCOM when it goes off. If it explodes, it will kill anyone within a very small radius. Lastly, don't give up just because you and your team have been pushed back into your HQ. There have been multiple games where I found myself in this situation, but my team managed to push them back all the way across the map and win the game. Okay, let's talk about rewards. Frontlines, just like any other game mode, has its own dog tag to signify how much you've played the mode. These dog tags are awarded by capturing flags, and the veteran is given at 50 captures, commander at 150, and master at 300 flag captures. Frontlines is also a great game mode to work on medals or assignments that require you to arm or disarm objectives. There are many more opportunities to do so than in Airborne. Finally, as I mentioned earlier, since this mode does not have any sort of ticket bleed, this is a great game mode to get lots of kills in a single round. Perfect for those who might be struggling with some of the weapon mastery assignments. And that's it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. My name is Shadox, and I hope to see you on the battlefield.